get things right. That's it. General opinions.
Okay. Today, INEC eventually opened their case. And today again, they closed their case, meaning they don't have much to say about what happened. In 176,000 polling units, no result was uploaded in real time on election day. That is the whole summary of it today. And the INEC ICT Deputy Director admitted that he could not read some of the results uploaded on IREF because they were blurred, and he told the court so. And that was after he had admitted that the result on EC8A must be identical with the result uploaded on IREF, by his own words. So we saw in court the identicality of blood results from INEC. So that was what our team was saying. We now wonder how they were able to declare results with blood results that were unreadable. So far, we ended our case, as you knew it, 1 week before now, under extreme difficulties, because we had to fight and labor to even get the documents that we are entitled to by INEC. It is unfortunate that we had to subpoena INEC to get documents. If you read the Electoral Act, there will be no place that you will see the word subpoena. What you will see is that once you apply to INEC as a public institution, they are bound to give you documents. The mere fact that we are subpoenaing tells you that we were placed in a difficult situation, but we trust in God. So far the proceeding is moving on, and by tomorrow, the second and third respondents will open their case, and let's see how it will proceed.
So what's the implication?
Well, when they try to use nomenclature to confuse people, it is obvious. The summary of the whole thing, whether you say performance test, vulnerability test, whatever you want to say, was that there was a problem. And there ought not to have been a problem for an institution that took 400 billion naira to organize an election, which they tested before the election, and they confirmed everything was sound. How can you talk about technical glitch when the House of Rep, there was no technical glitch, the Senate, there was no technical glitch, and somehow you're saying that in the presidency there was technical glitch? Let me ask you a question. Does a machine have the capacity to choose the election that it will glitch on? It's only a human being that can take that decision. And I want to end on this. Thank you.
And then going forward, what do we think that it should be done for Tinubu to get things right? That's it. General opinions.
Okay. Today, INEC
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. It's Oscar by name. Lord Larry, good morning to you. Sam Zoba, good morning. And other viewers out there, good morning. Please, if you're just coming across this channel for the first time, do not forget to subscribe and turn on your notification bell so as to get notified whenever we live. And if you have any comments, the link has been posted. You can join me here and air your view. Alright, over to today's newspaper review. Starting with the Vanguard newspaper. Still in the inflation, prices of beef, yam up to 24.9%, 22.8%. Alleged 1 billion naira fund fraud, court remands ex-government Gwaduje's commissioner. And still on the UTMA controversy, we are probing Messoma's results. This coming from the JAM officials. INEC calls one witness, closes defense in Obi's case against Tinubu's election. A presidential tribunal said Tinubu tenders 17 exhibits to defend his election victory. APC disown principal officers named by Akpabo Habas. As to pledge loyalty to party leadership, Akpabo announces Bamidele Senate leader, Umahi deputy, and Udume chief. Niji, Dixon, Alero, Tabua dropped. Akpabo asks lawmakers to focus on what brought them to Senate, support Tinubu in stabilizing Nigeria. I never knew they were signing nobody. Never knew they were signing. Nobody called me. Nobody informed me. Not even as SMS, says Senator Musa. We constitute special standing committees before end of July. Habas names Ioberi majority leader, Shinda minority leader, as PDP, Labour Party, and NPP share other minority positions. Then still on the alleged anti-party activity, court okays ex-governor Goje's expulsion from APC. In 2023, INEC engages 427 lawyers to prosecute 215 electoral offenders. Obi seat at home face closure. Enugu government tells traders businesses. And on this day newspaper, Afexim Bank moves to domesticate intra-African payment system. We will unite Fasorati Adebayo in Yoruba's interest. This is coming from Makinde on page 34 of this day newspaper. And from Yakubu, 2023 elections outcome fair reflection of multi-party democracy, says INEC refrained from joining issues with observers parties, orders over election outcome, closes defense in Obi petition after calling one witness, Tinubu, APC, open defense today. And still on the 10th Senate, Bamidele is new Senate leader. Nwankwo leads minority. Daniel Umahi orders emerge principal offices. PDP alone can't determine minority leader, says new leader. Kebbi senator declares process of emergence not transparent. APC NWC has no hand in choices, Adamu explains. IG order deployment of 35 CPs to state commands formation. And that's on Thursday newspaper. Please, if you're new to this channel, don't forget to click the subscription button and turn on the notification bell. And don't forget to make use of the like button. Then on Daily Trust newspaper today, no presidential directive to reopen additional borders. This coming from customs. Presidential tribunal, Tinubu tenders US varsity visa documents. Court affirms Goje's dismissal from APC. Crack in APC as Adamu reject Bamidele Dume order principal officers. And Senate President Speaker have won backing. This coming from the progressive government. How minority leaders emerged. Again, IPOP enforces sit at home order in Eboyi. That sues son for stealing stepmom's money. Spendam Gerald's Bank to disburse 1.2 billion naira matching fund for MSMEs. Era of single party domination over. This coming from INEC. And over to Daily Sun. Igbo O talks with government. Igbo O talks with Delta government. Promise continuous investment in states. APC boys over choice of Senate House of Reps principal officers. Apabo announces Bamidele Ali as Senate leader. Chief Whip Reps name Iho Berry. Shinda as House leader, minority leader. APC chairman dismisses appointment as Umo. We will look at consigns, parties, government pledges. Pro-Buhari political appointees. Archbishop urges president. Tinubu tenders academic record from Chicago University. INEC calls one witness closes case in Obi Labour Party's petition. Kano Anti-Graft Agency arrests Gwaduje's war commissioner over alleged 1 billion naira fund. Federal government set to introduce cancer prevention vaccine. That's on page 29. And despite challenges, we are on paths of success. It's coming from Tinubu. Alleged jam fake result. I stand by my daughter, says Misoma's father. She's banned for 3 years. So assembles 427 lawyers to prosecute 215 electoral offenders. And 2023 election, INEC admits facing challenges. NDLEA, UK's crime agency, signed power to fight drug cartel. You can read that up on page 5. And over to the Guardian newspaper. Tinubu Shetima opened defense today in Obi Labour Party's petition. Imperative of separating AGF from Justice Minister Pandel Uriwa. Others call the Guardian eye at 40. Tinubu Adamu's Cold War worsened as Apabo Habas appoint principal officers. Over 400 Konje escapees yet to be captured 1 year after prison break. Kano Anti-Graft Panel curbs Ganduye dollar clips, 1 billion naira fraud. Huiwa accuses JAM of violating Mesoma's rights, wants management probe. And over to the Nigeria Tribune newspaper. Makinde presents as Afenifere leaders meet to unite Adebajo Fasorati. And still on the 2023 election, why INEC won't respond to EU report. Atiku Obi, this coming from Yakubu. Says police findings on asked Adamawa rec ready. And Tinubu tenders educational records from Chicago State University, US visa to open defense today in Obi Labour Party's petition. INEC closes defense, presents documents. And still on the UTM score controversy, how Mesoma was helped to manipulate results, JAM alleges. Let me play that video so you can hear directly from the
sitting for the board's examination for the next 3 years. The JAM management is affirming its earlier position that the UTME result being paraded by Mesoma is patently fake. The Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board JAM spokesperson, Mr. Fabian Benjamin, on our breakfast program Sunrise Daily earlier today, explains that the 16-year-old has since printed her real result from the website and wondered why she has kept quiet about this latest development.
But one thing I want you Nigerians to note is that among all the 1.6 million candidates, how come it's only Mesoma that is having this result? Go on the street and ask any candidate.
She's the only one.
She's the only person. Nobody.
What about the person that JAM says in Kaduna?
Even that person was even smarter than her because the person didn't print this. The person attempted to print this. The person was smarter than her because the person knew that this is the result that we're using for 2023. She's the only person parading this particular result sheet. Go on the street. I challenge anybody, ask candidates that have sat for 2023 UTME, whether anybody has printed this kind of result. This is what we use in 2021, and we never use it again. From 2022, this is the system. Results Libo is what we have been producing because it comes with a picture. Mesoma is the only candidate that is paraded in, and not look at the date of birth. But how come she's having 2 different dates of birth and 2 different results?
So why then did she say that she printed the result from JAM portal and that JAM is just trying to harass her and her family, and then after the results were released over 2 months ago, why is it taking JAM this long to say that to say what you're saying now? And she went into say using the QR code is indicating another name. She cannot do what you accuse her of doing. She's a brilliant girl.
It'll be very interesting because we have the video here.
Well, I can decide to define myself in whatever form I want to say I'm brilliant. I don't have capacity to do that and all those things. Because if you have the ability to detect who has capacity to commit crime, then our problem would have been solved. You go on the street and begin to arrest them. But what I'm trying to tell you is that this result is not our result. Look at it. Okay, let me show you. If you look at this notification slip, this is her notification slip that she printed for examination. Before you approach the center for it, you must print this. Look at the venue of the examination center, and look at the center on this result. Look at the way it is written. We don't write this sort of a thing. If you go on the street and you ask any candidate that sat examination in this center, you will see that this is not the name of the center.
What is the way forward now? Because people are asking that DSS investigates this.
We are open. As I was coming, funny enough, as I was coming here, somebody even called me. The candidate is paraded another result that he scored 400 over 400. You can see that they're making just of the whole thing.
Okay.
Having this slip and mutilating it and all this thing.
So what is the way forward?
We are open. In fact, we heard that the governor is considering a committee of inquiry into this matter. We are interested. I've sent a message to the Commissioner of Education that please invite us. We will come with all the facts. And we want to appeal to Airtel to also appear, because Airtel has all the communication, the interaction between this candidate and JAM on the phone. And if the candidate will be sincere to bring her phone, you can see those transactions. Dates are there. If you had gone further, you will see that yesterday she also printed the result.
So where would she have gotten this
result
from?
Yesterday?
Where could this have emanated from?
She just got it on the street and mutilated those things. It's not taking her anywhere. Even if you go to the school where she chose, that result is not there. But what we are doing is just to protect the interests of the public out there. Otherwise, on our system, there is nothing like that showing there. Nobody has compromised our system. Our system is intact. We have no any fear or any doubt. We are not perturbed about whatever is all this. But people that are out there, so that they won't be deceived, they won't be defrauded. Out there. Otherwise, on our system, there is nothing like that showing there. Nobody has compromised our system. Our system is intact. We have no any fear or any doubt. We are not perturbed about whatever is all this. But people that are out there, so that they won't be deceived, they won't be defrauded.
Okay, so that's the update on that. So let's continue with the newspaper. It said on page 28 of the Nigeria Tribune newspaper, it says Yoruba storm Mina Palace, shoots 2 guards. And still on the seat at home, Mina Palace shoots government-born police van dispense traders. That are still on page 28. And Adebutu tenders 8,000 documents against Abiodun before tribunal. That's on page 5. And the APCD's own Bamidele, Umai, Ndume, Ioberi, others as Senate, reps, principal officers emerged in tentness. And over to the Nation newspaper. INEC set to file charges against Adamawa Rec. Action to open in days. And Zulum buys 80 luxury buses to ease transport cost. Raw depends over alleged fake JAM results. And IG Ebetogun deploys 35 police officers, commissioners. Tinubu's witnesses begin oral testimony at tribunal, and presidency governors back Bamidele, Ndume, Umayi, and critical stakeholders consulted, says Senate leader how minority principal officers were picked. The president's policies excites Bank of America. And then at the right answer, above the photo there, we have the Senate and the House leaders. Then over to the Punch newspaper. Still on the tribunal, Tinubu tenders Chicago Varsity admission later and orders. Investors suffer 671 billion naira one-day loss as equities tumble. And on the Beavers, APC kicks as opposition faults INEC 98% success claim. APC protest selection, National Assembly. Members back Apabo, Abbas, and selecting Bamidele Ndumel Umahi as NAS leader, a rumor. Adamu declares. Senators, reps support Senate President. Speaker says NWC aware of selection. And Customs sees 3 billion naira smuggled rice and arrest 344 smugglers. Slain UI done buried amid tears. Clery condemns killers. And result falsification. JAM sanctions more candidates, ends Mesoma's probe. And that's it on the newspaper today. So there are other headlines. I'll be reading the story. See then, it says zoo for frauds. What do you expect? Actually, a little girl fraud. Okay. All right, so let's continue with it says Bank of America louds Tinubu's policies, offers assistance. A delegation we are looking to see how we can help and partner. We have a lot of global resources that we think can help the Nigeria economy. We operate on such a global basis. We are a huge international firm. We touch so many things. We think we can help think through the markets, the financial architecture and structure. Mesa said the bank could also help think through new technology applications, the global debate around climate change, and how it can bring results to bear so that Nigeria takes a seat on the worldwide stage on such issues. In his remarks, the Nigeria president said, though his administration had been on the right track in the past over 30 days, it needed strategic help from international partners. We believe we are on the right track so far. We believe we need all the help we can get, Tinubu told the delegation. The president said Nigerians' governance and development challenges could not be addressed without fiscal and institutional reform. He said 21st century actions on climate change, finance, and innovation are intertwined. Having a good platform and believing in innovation will help in undertaking the reforms and tackling the issues. This is the largest economy and democracy in Africa, and we cannot do it. Nobody will do it for us, Tinubu said. Highlighting specific areas of support, he urged the International Bank of America and other willing financing institutions to help ensure that Nigerians gas compete favorably in the global market as a viable alternative revenue source. The president's special advisor on monetary policy, Wale Edo, said the issue discussed included the significance of financing and liquidity to propel and the vital role of technology in economic development. In company with Mesa on the visit, where the head of Sub-Sahara Africa International Bank of America, Mrs. Yvonne Fasiro, and head of investment backing Sub-Sahara African, Mr. Shuba Ezewa. Over to the sit at home, says Enugu government talks tough, threatens shutdown of schools and markets. This coming from Godfrey Ayawo, Enugu. It's Enugu state government has warned that it would shut down indefinitely any school, market, or shop that failed to open and function normally on account of the illegal 1 week sit at home order declared by faceless non-state actors in the state. The government, which expressed dismay over alleged directives by proprietors of private schools in the state to their pupils and students not to come to school from Monday because of the illegal sit-at-home order, threatened to revoke with immediate effect license of school that refuse to function normally. It also warned that it would deploy the full instrumentality of the law, such as the Cybercrime Act 2015, to go after and prosecute anybody, individuals, groups, and organizations that were intentionally encouraging the illegal sit-at-home order by instilling fear on residents, raising false alarm to disturb public peace, etc through fake news sharing and propagation of falsehood connected with the illegal sit-at-home order on social media platforms such as Facebook, WhatsApp, Twitter, etc. In a public service announcement signed by the secretary to the government reiterated its ban on any form of illegal sit-at-home in all parts of the state, describing it as evil and antithetical to all values that the people hold dear to such as the Igbo spirit of industry, hard work, creativity, and productivity. He said while urging the public to go about their normal daily activities, as it had put in place adequate security measures to protect lives and property. Government warned that it would no longer sit by and watch faceless group and misguided individuals issue illegal orders dictating to us how to lead our lives, when to go to work or market, and when our children go to school, while they ply their trade and their children go to school. This is no longer acceptable and must be confronted and defeated with every power and resources at our disposal. It, however, said that its resolve to enforce some laws was not an attempt to stop the people from exercising their lawful right of expression, saying this, however, is by no means depriving citizens freedom of speech and information as enshrined in this constitution. So why other persons are trying to listen, obey the laws of that state at home so as to get their freedom, the Biafra fights. Other governments also, Alex actually said something that it's not all government, or it's not all Igbos that is going to even vote for Biafra or that is going to go to Biafra land if at all Biafra even comes. And it's obvious from this, we can see how it's playing out. That even the Igbo state government now is even the and now the one talking against the sit out from that, fighting against it right now. And also there's this update on the Igbo. It says they're going to continue investment in states. So they're promising the Delta government they're going to continue the investment in state. Let me just go through that. It's a members of Indibo Cultural Forum yesterday assured the Delta State government that they would continue to invest in the state. They said their investments were safe in Asaba, the state capital, because of the peace that pervades the city, assuring that they would do more to support the government with massive investment across the state. Asaba chapter of the forum gave the assurance during a courtesy visit to Governor Sheriff Oberivori to congratulate him on his successful inauguration as governor. Chairman of the forum, Chinedu Obudu, who led him, reassured that Igbo would further bring their investment to all parts of the state. Receiving the visitors, Oboivori thanked Igbo for their support and assured that peaceful investment climate in the state would be sustained. He urged them to consider investing further by taking advantage of the peaceful environment across the states. I am happy because you have accepted me as your own. You worked very hard for my emergence as governor. I remember when I came for consultation prior to my election, you all supported me. I have told Daytons that I want to be governor for all and not just for only Deltas, but for all who live in Delta State. This is because where you live is where you develop. I have had a good relationship with you people before. So this relationship did not start today. So that's what Oberi is saying. He says, so I want to sincerely appreciate all of you for your show of love and assure you that we will partner together. I encourage you to come and invest more in data. Data state is very safe and you can attest to the peace we are enjoying here today. Data is a state that does not discriminate. We live together here, and I know that some of you gave birth to your children here, which invariably makes them citizens of Delta State. the state is accommodative, and we will make sure that we develop the state together, even as we urge you all to bring more of your investment down to Delta, Governor Oboivori said. So that is the update today. And with this, we've come to the end of today's newspaper review. And thank you for staying tuned. To our viewers out there, thank you for staying tuned. See you same time tomorrow. Do have a lovely day.